folks? Main man, Lucky Lance for more. Rakdos Midrange and Pioneer. Hope you guys are excited for that. I know I am, at least for the time being. But like I said, my name's Lance. More importantly, my screen name is Major Riot. That's Major_Riot_. That is my screen name on Twitch, YouTube, MTGO, MTGA, and Twitter. If you're watching this on Twitch, please consider following. Watch this on YouTube. Please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up. You can always follow me on Twitter too for that Bluebird action. That's right. Follow Major Riot on Twitch and Twitter. Subscribe to Major Riot on YouTube for the low cost of free. Don't delay. Do it now for a guaranteed outburst of rage, confusion, even sometimes joy. I always have this disclaimer, of course. I am not responsible for a sudden increase in top deck only lands, being wrecked by Ragavan, or being unable to find your sideboard cards. If that's happening to you, has nothing to do with me. But as you can tell, I do enjoy playing Magic the Gathering, although to watch my videos, you may never know that. And when I play Magic, I do prefer Modern, but we are in an RCQ Pioneer season, so that means there will be a lot of Pioneer here, particularly Rakdos Midrange, because it is my deck of choice in this format. So yeah, hope you guys are excited for it. The deck's been doing well. It started at the beginning of the week bad. Ending the week so far, so good. Hopefully that continues today. Tomorrow I am in an RCQ with this very same list you're looking at right now. I'm excited for the RCQ only because it's the closest I've ever gotten to play Magic to my home before. Literally just the next town over. That's really awesome. Let's take a look at the weather today, and it is a hot one today. Weather for Raven Openers are sunny with a temperature of 83 degrees. The wind is blowing from the northeast at 7 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 25%. So yeah, you may hear a slight whirling noise, some sort of machinery. I do have my fan blowing on me right now. It is 79 degrees in this room, and I was actually cooling down. When I got home today from work, it was 81 degrees inside this room. So it has gone down a couple of degrees, but it will rapidly heat back up as I sit here with the closed door. And of course, my angry fire breath is going to light this room on fire. Okay, let's see here. We are still at 44 followers on Twitter. We did go down one follower on Twitch. We're at 316, and no problem with that. Austin 316, if you guys remember that. And we are still at 516 subscribers on YouTube. So shouts to all 44 followers on Twitter. Shouts to all 316 followers on Twitch. Shouts to all 516 subscribers on YouTube. And of course, a massive shout to all 4 of my Twitch subscribers. Give me a little bit of the hard-earned money. These very trying and dangerous times. I really appreciate it's going way above me on the Call of Duty, obviously. You can spend that money anywhere else and make more sense, including on, you know, some delicious as like Sweet Tart Ropes. I'm really into those. I did get the Kroger brand of Sweet Tart Ropes today for, you know, Sweet Tart Ropes cost about $3-4 bucks, but the Kroger Sweet Tart Ropes were like $1.25, and they tasted real good. I got the one flavor that was apple and cherry, and I really like apple and cherry, so I'm like, damn, this is good. So I might just buy the Kroger ones from now on because they're so cheap and they taste basically the same. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited for that. But since I did go down one follower on Twitch, I do have to play the obligatory music. Thank you. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, this is not a fresh league. I'm going to finish this league off, though. I'm 0-1 in this. I lost a grueling one to Abzan Greasefang yesterday. I'm just going to play here and see if I can squeak out some more wins. Let's get on in there. Of course, today is Friday, April 28th, 2023. The video game that came out today, for those of you who enjoy video games, is Jedi Survivor, which is the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. These are supposed to be like the newer versions of Force Unleashed. I actually did play Force Unleashed 1 and 2 back in the day. When did Force Unleashed 2 seem like it came out? Way after Force Unleashed 1. Force Unleashed. When did this one come out? No, I was completely wrong. It came out less than 2 years later. Okay, for some reason I thought it was a lot longer than that. And it never got a finale. There was supposed to be a third one, but they never made it, so cliffhanger. Not that anyone cares anymore. Alrighty. Well, before I officially decide to go first, I have to remove my beverage of the day, folks. And I did talk about cherry, and I did talk about apple. And what am I talking about right now? Well, I'm talking about one of the exclusive Kroger / Fred Meyer's. Kroger out here is called Fred Meyer. But if you go to Fred Meyer, all their store brand stuff doesn't say Fred Meyer. It says Kroger. It's a little weird because there are no Krogers in the state, right? There are no Krogers on the West Coast, as far as I know. They're Fred Meyers and QFCs. But what we got here is the Kroger exclusive, sold only at Fred Meyer's. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about a 12-ounce can of Mountain Dew Thrashed Apple. That's right, we got some apple flavored dew here. I'm going to crack open right now. We all know the official start of the video doesn't begin until I crack on my beverage. It's going to happen right now. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's some good stuff. Folks, we just went up to 80 degrees again. Letting you know. Not sure. Yeah, I think you guys can only hear the whirring of the fan if I'm talking. Turn it down a little bit. There we go. I like I had a remote for this fan. Makes it seem so futuristic. Wow. I'm just gonna put out a thread here. When it is stuck. I actually really like this matchup, even though I get wrecked by it sometimes. Sometimes I destroy them. So I do have a Bank Buster here. I did go first, and my hand's looking okay here. I mean, this Blood Tithe Harvester, I would assume will resolve. There's no subtlety in this format, so I would assume it's going to hit the battlefield, make a token, a blood token, and then I'm going to try and swing. Maybe they'll exile it or something. Then I'll play a Reckner Bankbuster and hold up that and have a discard outlet with the blood token. I mean, I'm feeling okay here. I'm feeling all right. Basic Swamp. Swing for 3. Getting in there. Yeah, I'll play another Blood Crypt. Play Bankbuster. Resolved. Creature entered the battlefield that wasn't cast, exile it instead, draw a card. They just want to draw a card, okay. You may draw a card. Okay. Indeed. I don't think it really matters, Swamp or Urborg. I think I'll get rid of Urborg. Swing for 3. I'm going to try and get the Sokens in during their turn. Looks like Wandering Emperor. I'm always assuming it's Wandering Emperor whenever it's something like this. Alright, swing in for 5. There it is. See, they got Supreme Verdict here. They probably do. Yeah, it's just horrible, man. It's absolutely horrible how they always have these cards. Like, you wouldn't think they'd have them because, you know, they haven't drawn an extra card yet. And that's okay. That's not okay. Yeah. Huh, they actually shocked there. Interesting. They took it all. They just wanted to cycle? Okay. That's not good. Okay. I'm racing to ferry. Wow. Another different memory deluge. And they left up Field of Ruin. Yep. I want him to do this to get the free land. Basic Swamp. I'm trying. I'm really trying here. It's tough. Yeah. Oh my god, another different Field of Ruin. Yeah, I know that's my last one. So I'm going to lose here. Well, maybe Croxa can help. Wow. I got him down to 4, and that's all I could do. Get him down to 4, and that's it. Yeah, just over. Now, this is how it is against this deck. I just cannot get them down to... Once the Fairy Hero Dominaria shows up, and it's, like, impossible to kill it, because I just don't have, like, you know, I do not have, at all, like, Lightning Bolts in this format. So I can't do anything to fight against this stuff. You know, you just can't. I mean, it's over. As soon as they stop you, it's done. You know, I mean, it's over. I mean, just it's so done. It's just so fucking done. Just so frustrating. Just concede and move on, because I can't come back now. There's just nothing you can do to fight this Teferi once they have it on the field. I have no Unholy Heat, no Lightning Bolts. All I have is Dreadbore, which is slow as fuck. Just incredibly slow. What's up, Bad Luck? Yeah, take these out. Try that. I mean, I haven't been able to defeat blue-white any control deck in a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. I last defeated control on April 12th. It doesn't matter what you do. You're just so dead. Especially you got a hand like this. I mean, you gotta mold this. You're just so dead constantly. This is better. Keep. Fuck. I guess we want to put Dreadbore on bottom. At least there's no 3 mana Teferi. I didn't have a Thoughtseize last game either. That would have helped. At some point. When Rending Ball was able to hit Planeswalkers, well, I guess it could. I mean, it can't, but I guess it would make sense if it could. All these are hella good. Every single card is good. I'm not going to be able to defeat the opponent. I need to take the most powerful card, which is Elspeth. I think that's like literally a card I can't beat. And now they'll be able to censor the Graveyard Trespasser. Well, I guess not. Let's crew. They cycle there. Now they have Absorb ready. How many times I've caught people they can't cast Absorb? No, it's like, no, it's double blue. It's been multiple times where I've seen that in my life, where people seem to think it's just white, blue, and generic, but it's like, no. They gotta let it transform. No. They're not. They take out the Bank Buster. All right. What do we got? I like taking Supreme Verdict. And then swinging for 3. I don't think it really matters what I eat there, but now he's got to hope they don't find an untapped land. They do. Okay. All right, well. Swing for 4. And see if they use Wandering Emperor here. They do not. Okay, so then we're just going to sit here and do nothing. I do not. Maybe I should have played Shealdred. Fuck, I don't know. Like, what would have been the right play there? Oh. Yeah, I don't know what would have been the right play. I really don't. I mean, I thought they would exile this, but they did not. That's like 7 edition Absorb. Oh, no. Spell Pierce. Um, Do I want to push that or I want to draw a card? I mean, if I draw a card, I take 5, go to 9. I think I just want to take it and try to draw a card. Because they just got absorbed, right? They have 2 cards left. Oh, why is this a tap land? Super gross. I need to try and get the path cleared for Shealdred. So absorb is like one of the ones I really gotta take. I'm going down to 7. Man, I really wish that was that if that was just a basic swamp and so sick. That it was Den of Bugbear. Which almost got there last game, but it failed me. Looking at the top 4. And decide to put 2 of them into his hand. It's like such a messed up artwork. So it's a mom and her little girl. Her little girl gets turned into a vampire, dies, comes back or something. It's pretty scary. Yeah, we take the Teferi. And we'll try to win. The reprisal cannot hit the Den of the Bugbear. All right, fire this thing up. 4 or greater. This is a 3/2. Keep going for it. I'm at 2. I'm not going to play a spell, then you got to absorb. Yep, not playing that. Whoa, what the fuck? See what he's got. Yep, so he goes back to 2. And Hive can get around the reprisal as well. So he makes a 2/2 here. Yeah, I just can't play that. Alrighty. Grueling, but I got there. That was hardcore grueling. Just had to be disciplined, guys. Just had to be disciplined. They hadn't absorbed. We were on getting them low on life. Keep attacking with the man lands. The creature lands. Raging Ravine would have been a lot better there. And then, ooh. Wow, my opponent chose to go second. I'll keep and hope I can find another land on turn 2 here. I will take the Elspeth again. Remember, it's best to try and stomp them during their turn. Why don't I try that? Try and stomp them during their turn. They're just going to spell pierce. I'll try to stomp them during their turn. Cycle. All the lands now. I guess that was kind of dumb. I guess that was kind of dumb. I shouldn't have done that. Any cards from Marsh Machine you think might work with current Rakdos? The only one I can think of is the Battlefield, or the Battle card, with the Rakdos colored one. Like, obviously that could fit in because it's Rakdos color and it's cheap. I will clearly draw a card here. Okay. And it's not a bad card, I don't think. I don't remember what the front does. I remember I remember the back is like it's a +1/+1 for every time a card leaves or something. They got a counter for this. I know they have a supreme verdict for the token. Nice. But yeah, that's the only card I can think of. Clearly some Wandering Emperor shenanigans coming now. Yes, I would. I'd like to discard those Cliffs. Play this. Swing for 2. Make a treasure. That is nice. It gets around the I don't want to play these Bone Crushers into the known Supreme Verdict. Like, I really don't. Yes. What do they plan on doing with this? Three Bone Crusher Giants. All putting in serious work. I say, yeah, let's fire this thing up. I mean, there's a Supreme Verdict anyways. Ah, they have another one. Wow, they created 2/2. Nice. Get 6 in there, hopefully. All right, got 6. Okay, at player. This at Wandering Emperor. Yeah, that's fine. Ah. Why are they doing that? We obviously got memory deluge. Oh, there we go. There's why. Oh. I'm gonna take a risk. They might be able to find you know, a supreme verdict here. So I guess they didn't find it. That's cool. What the fuck's going on? I like that draw. What do you got? I wonder if I should have played Pithing Needle first. No, I can't fire up Den of the Bugbear if I do that. Yeah. And I don't even think I want to put it on Field of Ruin. That's so stupid. It doesn't even make sense. Like, well, that's why we have it on this. I mean, have Pithing Needle. Yeah. They gain 5 life this turn. If they go to 2, why are they doing this? I'm not really. Why are they playing so strangely? Why are they taking as much damage as possible? Oh, that's why. Oh my God, I lose. I didn't even think about that. Well, yeah, I didn't even think about this possible loss. I'm so bad at seeing that play on the Hall of the Storm Giants. So in the end, I should have not attacked with Den the Bugbear. I should not have. I should not have attacked with Den the Bugbear, which is stupid. I mean, how can you? I can't name a card. I mean, how many Wandering Emperors is that? 4 Wandering Emperor, no, 3 Wandering Emperors. I cannot be that psychic. I can't. The correct play would have been not to Thoughtseize, right? And they wouldn't have gained 3 life, right? Which doesn't make any sense when they're holding 4 cards in hand of unknown quantity. I didn't know they have Absorb. And then I should have not fired up Den the Bugbear. I should have played another different... I should have played Pithing Needle, but who knows if they would have brought in the card during my main phase, during the damage step. I mean, I would assume they would have. But I'm sure somebody on the motherfucking internet's going to sit there right there and say, you're a stupid motherfucker. Why didn't you see all this? Well, motherfucker, how about you do it? You know, that's what I always tell people. Whenever people criticize me, let's see you fucking do it. And they always shut their fucking mouths. That's what they do every fucking time. They're like, oh, excuse me. And they just go sit down and they fucking eat their Burger King. You know? What they do. But, I mean, I guess I should have just not swung with Den the Bugbear. But it seems dumb. Because no matter what I would have done, like, let's say I reverse the order. I guess if I go back in time, I would just try not to swing with Den the Bugbear. It looks suspicious as fuck. And hope they don't have another counterspell. Because the same issue would happen if they had another counterspell. You know, if they had one more counterspell, and I would have played... And if I would have done Pithing Needle during main 2... after they used Wandering Emperor, right? I guess I don't even know how much mana they had left over. 3/7. They may have enough for a Spell Pierce. But, you know, people would have been like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You should have swung down the Bugbear. You know, I mean, you can't satisfy. There's just no answer sometimes. Man, I never got to cast a Sheoldred an entire match. I mean, it's just... Well, maybe I did cast it one time and it immediately got countered by their top deck card. Like, I knew their hand and they had the top deck, the counter Sheoldred, and they did. So 0-2 in this league, looking like an 0-5. That's right. We're going to have a lot of confidence going into tomorrow's RCQ as I take down this 0-5 fucking league. There's so much pain all the time, man. Just always so much pain. I'm just constantly hurting. So much pain. Just unbelievable pain sometimes trying to get through this. Man. Horrific pain. Alright, let's see here. I always like banning these bots. You know what I'm saying? That come in here like this fine bot here made on April 12th. Very Lonely Lisa. And we have the Russian Mommy, which was made April 13, 2023. What are these? You know. Got Hannah Cutie on April 9th here. That's a ban. Just taking out trash. Taking out trash. And if you are real single Russian women, what the hell are you doing watching this? This is not the place to pick up real American men. I'm not available anyways. I'm going second. This is a good ass hand, by the way. Like, I'm all about this. I mean, 1, 2, 3. I mean, the only thing that gets better is Thoughtseize, Blood Tithe, Fable, Sheoldred. I mean, that's the ultimate. That's almost like Jund back in the day going Thoughtseize, Goyf, Liliana, Bloodbraid. I mean, that was like insane back in the day. It's still hella good. Opponent is really struggling over here. Opponent seems to be confused. Opponent has some sort of owl for an avatar. Judge's familiar. Okay. Baleful Strix. All right, let's see what's happening over there. Is it mono green? Oh no, it's Lotus Field. Huh. Well, they've only got a green mana. I'm willing to take probably Impulse here. I think, or is Vizier? I think I like taking Impulse. Because if they do find another land that isn't blue, oh, maybe I made a huge mistake. Okay, looks like I have not made a huge mistake. Alright, we're just going to play Fable on turn. Turn 3, it looks like. Stomp you. Alright. Wow, they still cannot find a land. Yes, I would. I'd like to discard here. And discard here. Okay, swing for 2. Make a treasure. Play a Shealdred. And white mana. First Shealdred I've cast in a while, it feels like. I mean, it's just, I have not been casting this card. All right, immediately Scoop says, I'm done. Done with this shit. Pithing Needle and Duress are in. And Go Blank seems decent. Dreadbore seems horrible. Like, straight up fucking bad. And Fatal Push out as well. Pithing Needle is not for Lotus Field. It's for Thespian Stage. So as soon as we get Pithing Needle, just name Thespian Stage. Graveyard Trespasser is fine. Yeah. Been a while since playing against Lotus Field. Slow hand. Very slow hand. I think I'm going to mull it. It's just too slow. I want to do something by turn 2. There we go. Put one of the black leaves on the bottom. Again plays Beseiju? Okay. Foltsies. fuck is this? So they do have Thespian Stage there and a Lotus Field. So they're gonna go nuts here, folks. So they're gonna go like Otawara, Lotus Field, yeah, tap them both. I think I like taking the Zakama. I'm just not really sure. If I take Hidden Strings, they have so many cards that are like Hidden Strings like. I'm just gonna take Zakama. You know, take actual threats. If I take Hidden Strings, they've got tons of cards that are just like Hidden Strings. I don't think that's very good. Taking Hidden Strings. What would be good is a Pithing Needle. So they do tap those, play Lotus Field, play Hidden Strings, untap Lotus Field, 3 mana. I think again we just really rock their hand here. I mean, just keep going for it at their hand. Now it's like, what do we want to do here? And we keep taking their big cards. I do. My daughter just went nuts. Okay, I'm going to discard the Swamp. Okay, let's swing for 3. This is an enchantment. I don't think the 1 card can do enchantments. Only do sorceries and instants gain flashback, right? Not enchantments. So we're going to swing in for 3. Play Blood Tithe Harvester. Eat the Zakama. All right, here we go. We know 2 of the 4 cards or 2 of the 5 cards in hand. Let's see how bad this gets. I mean, they've got like just an incredible amount of mana here. So he has not played a land. It just doesn't matter what you grab. I guess we'll have them shuffle away Dark Petition. I don't know. Hell if I know. I mean, they had their combo. I couldn't find Pithing Needle. I guess I should have taken, Hidden Strings. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just seems wrong to take the card they have so many copies of, right? Maybe I should have taken Hidden Strings. I just don't know. Because you feel dumb taking Hidden Strings when they have 4 copies. Right? Yeah, I mean, there's 3 copies of Hidden Strings already. They have 2 cards left in hand. I guess we don't know what they are because they had to discard their hand. 2 cards left. I have no idea what it could be. Yeah, and that should be it. But we let them do it. Make sure they can do this. The Kraken play tonight. Trying to eliminate the Avalanche, the reigning Stanley Cup champions, in Seattle. Can they do it? This is a lot of mana. Yeah, man. They had Dark Petition in hand. They can't do Spell Mastery right now, right? More instants or sorceries. I guess they can. It counts itself. Well, no, it won't because when this goes, when it does itself, it needs to have 1 more in there because it won't see itself once it's cast. You know what's crazy is in the NHL playoffs, they finally had a winning series, right? The Knights defeated the Jets finally in 5 games. Everything else I think is 3-2. It's crazy. No one can eliminate each other. I mean, is that true right now? What are the scores in the NHL? I know the NBA, the Bucks lost to the Heat, which is, it seems to be happening a lot more often that 8 seeds are defeating 1 seeds. I don't really pay attention to the NBA anymore because there's no Sonics. I used to love the NBA. In fact, this is kind of weird that the Kraken are in the playoffs. It feels like the NBA playoffs, because there's so many games. You know, I'm used to the Seahawks making the playoffs, and you know it's sudden death basically. Whoever wins this game advances. You know, one and dones a lot of times. And there's just not that many teams. I mean, there's more teams than ever in the playoffs in both baseball and football. But I just haven't seen, you know, this many games, you know, because even in baseball, the Mariners made the playoffs the first time last year in 21 years. You know, they had to play two games against Toronto and then 3 games against Houston, and that's not that unusual because baseball plays series. You know, they always play like 3-game series. So when you see them playing 3 games against Houston, it's like just a normal series. They play against Houston all the time, although not as much now because they have permanent interleague play now. We have to play every single team. But since I was talking about what is going on here, right now the Islanders are leading the Hurricanes 1-0, and Carolina has the series lead. So right now, Carolina cannot. I don't even give a damn, dude. Are you done? Are you fucking done? Here, shuffle that hidden strings back. I don't care. So right now, Carolina cannot put away New York Islanders. The other game that's going on right now, Boston Bruins at Florida Panthers. The Panthers are leading the Bruins 2-1, and Boston cannot put away the Panthers. I was watching that last game they were in, and Florida won in overtime to keep the series alive in Boston. And, you know, this Boston Bruins team, I think, is the best record ever in NHL history. So this might be like not a Milwaukee Bucks situation. It'd be even worse because they're like the best team ever record-wise, I think. So if they lose in the first round of the Panthers, which I highly doubt, I mean, they got to lose, 3 in a row to lose to the Panthers, which I doubt is going to happen. I doubt they'll lose 3 in a row to this team, but, you know, they're still around. And then, yeah, tonight, if Dallas can beat the Wild, I mean, the only team that's got advantage home ice to eliminate a team is Seattle today against them Avalanche. What's happening? Approach to the second sun. Okay, good. We can get rid of this. We can end this. I need to look at the NBA ones real quick. Is anyone being eliminated right now in the NBA? No. They haven't even started playing any of the games yet. No. This is game 2, right? We're going to get a game 3. These are taking forever, these matches. Yeah, I guess that game did just start, didn't it? No, that's later tonight. The first game is Sacramento and Golden State. Right, if the Lakers win, they win the series, and same with the Kings. Are the Kings up 3-2, or is it Golden State up 3-2? I'm surprised to see the Sacramento Kings in the playoffs. Again, I don't watch NBA very much, but it had been like 20 years since the Kings have been in the playoffs, and the NBA has the most forgiving playoffs of any sport. You know, I mean, it's like easy to get in the playoffs for the NBA compared to the other sports. Even the NHL is a little tougher to get into now that there's 32 teams, and they don't have the play in, the win in, whatever. Trying to get my camera refocused. Doesn't really wants to. All right, well that took only 10 minutes. I could bring an unlicensed hearse. Might be better than Bone Crusher Giant, actually. What I really needed there was Pithing Needle. Yeah. Looks good. Play Haunted Ridge, right? Haunted Ridge. Temple of Mystery. Put it on the bottom. Temple of I'm hungry. I'm actually not hungry right now, but I will be. You know, I am a mammal, therefore I need to eat every few hours or so. If I was a crocodile or a large constricting-like python, I would not have to eat that often. I have one large meal, like a giant-ass fucking meal, and then I wouldn't eat for like 2 weeks. Be like, I'm good. I ate 9 days ago. Imagine how crazy that would be. Like how different eating would be, right? I mean, it'd be probably more ceremonial and festive. Be like, everybody eats in this country at 4 p.m. on Tuesday. Every other Tuesday. You know, think about that. That's some crazy stuff to think about. So here, what do I want to do? Do I want to Fable the Mirror Breaker, or do I want to go blank? I don't know. I mean, it's really tough. I should probably Fable the Mirror Breaker. Just to make sure I can get a land for Shealdred. They bring out Lara the Hydra? What? What made you die? What? What's happening in the chat? What? All right, I think, yeah, I think it's just we got to do Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Make sure that I got mana. Oh, what I said about being large, constricting pythons. Yeah, it'd be crazy. You're like, what the hell? Like, it's weird to think about stuff like that. You know? There you go. There's Lotus Field. They're ready now. They're ready for big action. I'm going to swing into them for 5. Like, that's happening. They're going down. They're taking 5. And they're going to take another 2 from Shealdred. Yeah, that's some pretty good discard there. Yeah, discard, Blood Tithe, and Kroxa. Ooh. Just got to swing here for 5. Fuck, I think I actually need to play, like Pithing Needle naming Thespian Stage. And then Kroxa. I'm going to do it. It's Thespian Stage, right? I don't want to pick the wrong one. Thespian Stage, yes. Okay. Like, har! Thespian Stage. And then... yeah, Kroxa. Got him. All right. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't play the Lair of the Hydra there. We're going to swing for 5, like we've done. Swing for 5. Knock them to 7. Now, do we want to Duress first or Shealdred the Apocalypse first? I'm kind of down for Shealdred first. And white mana. Okay, and then black mana. What's happening over here? What would I take with this? Probably just pour over the pages. I mean, it'd have to be pour over the pages, right? I mean, they got 2 of them, so it doesn't really matter here. I guess I could almost do Behold Beyond. They have 3. No, they don't. They need 7 mana. So yeah, they're just fucked. I was not gonna be poor with the pages, but they would have died anyways. All right, just crushing Lotus Field there. Alrighty. So 1 and 2 in this. There's gonna be a long 4 matches here. Hell yeah, I'm going first. Dude. Yeah, I guess I'll keep. It's a mix of shit, you know. I just gotta try and play these right. It could be a little tough here. What the fuck? What is this? So we got Indomitable Creativity here. I almost want to take the Spikefield Hazard just because it's also their other land, but that seems really dumb. I think I need to maybe take Fable of the Mirror Breaker, but at the same time, that's bad. Yeah, I just gotta take Fable here. I think it makes the most sense, right? I don't know. I'm very bad at thought seizing in Pioneer. Just gonna admit that right now. Like, I am not very good at this. I guess we'll get that out of their hand and make it disappear. I don't know what else to do. I actually haven't seen someone play Divide by Zero in forever. Wasn't that banned in Standard? I don't remember. Interesting. So I don't want to fire up Den of the Bugbear with a Swismari command in hand. But it's starting to look a little scary. Let's have Power Word Kill in hand to deal with wow. Alrighty. Another slow grind fest here. This is the third time I've cast this Graveyard Trespasser. It finally hits the battlefield. Hooray! At least this teachings isn't working. I'm not doing any good with hand here. Probably just Prismari command, make a treasure token, and I lose. I mean, sound good, guys? They had a third divide by 0. Okay, this for power word kill is gonna maybe be good here. Maybe. Yeah. Nothing I can do. Torrential Gearhulk? Prismari command. Good. Draw 2 and discard 2. Okay. Alrighty. That's not what I want to see. Draw a card. More land action. Wow. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's some bullshit. Okay, alright, okay. Yes. Yes. That is what I'm talking about right here. Like this, look at the amount of lands this is. Look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 15 cards are lands, baby. 10 of 15. You gotta be proud of that. You gotta take pride in that. So hopefully I don't top deck Go for the Throat. I'm just saying, you know, that'd be really bad. Alright. Draw another card. Charlotte Apocalypse isn't half bad. I'm at 12. Dude! I mean, they can just kill this thing, right? Hmm. Alright. I mean, they have an torrential Gerhulk in hand. They know if I block. Oh my god! That's an incredible amount of lands! That's insane! I mean, that actually is. I have to block here, right? Yeah. Well, no matter what I do, they're gonna just flash in Torrential Gerhulk. They'll make another one of these. I mean, it's just, I cannot win. I've literally been unable to do anything. So I'm gonna block. The big one is 9. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, this doesn't even make sense what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not completely dead yet. I can still fire up Den the Bugbear. And crew the Bank Buster. And block, you know? I mean, it is possible for me to continue this game. As crazy as that sounds. No, they saw the play. Okay, this is back to my hand. Gotta block the big one. Or not. How many lands was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of 19 were lands. That's truly impressive. I mean, you literally cannot draw more lands than that. So I don't know what this is. I don't have a clue what's going on here. Go With the Throat needs to leave. I think we need like Go Blink, Duress. I think Bone Crusher looks somewhat bad here. And we need a Braids. Dreadbore looks pretty rough. Maybe bring back in a Bone Crusher. And go with that. I don't even know what this is. I'm going to call it creativity. I mean, it is a creativity deck, so at least we got that part right. I mean, you're not going to be able to do anything when you only draw lands. It's not happening, guys. It is now up to 84 degrees in here, but luckily I have my fan on me, so I don't really notice it. But as soon as I turn that fan off, whoo, I'll be smoldering. One time I was in here playing, and it was like 100 degrees in this room. I couldn't wear a hat. Remember how crazy that was? But guys, I cannot wear a hat. I apologize. People are angry, but what can you do? Like, do you want to see me die? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I still have one more match to play after this one. This is a long, long process today. Alright, yeah, I'm going to go first. Looks good enough. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Hopefully I don't play a creature here. Whew. There's a chance I could have played the creature. In Modern, they played Ragavan. I've been pissed to have Fatal Push, you know. Ow. Alright. Let's see what I draw now. How about another one? Now I have 2 bloods. So the vampires in Innistrad, they just go around carrying little blood vials like that? Like for snacks? In Modern, banning Ragavan? I wouldn't ban it. I don't think it needs to be banned. Like in Legacy, yeah, I need to be banned. Hooray! Oh, I need to Fatal Push that. I can still Revolt Push the Mirror. Like, I don't really know if there's anything I want to have banned in Modern. I mean, nothing seems that disturbing in Modern. I mean, there's good-ass cards, of course, but I'm just not sure if we need to do some bannings. I'll play it. All right, let's lose. Let's lose hardcore now. What the fuck is going on here? Well, I like badly need to abrade the Gear Hulk. So I guess we're just gonna abrade Gear Hulk and push the token. There we go. Yeah, man, why wouldn't you have another one? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you not have another second different card here? I mean, it doesn't even make sense. I mean, come on, man. Let's be serious. Why would you not have another different extra Indomitable Creativity? It just doesn't make any sense. He's got a Foretold card. I get a terrible card here in Blackleaf Cliffs. This game is officially over. I cannot defeat the opponent. Yeah, it's all done. Now I can play this. And I guess try to stall out. I just never was able to do anything this entire match. I mean, this whole match, I was just completely behind. Like, just completely devastated. No thought seizes, no duresses, no nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't want to play this guy. Yeah, it's just so bad. It's just so bad. I mean, I never got anything to do either game. Like, either game, I just sat there and just said, hey, here's my ass. Come fuck it. You know, and they were just like, alrighty. They just come running right at you. You know, they don't give a damn about anybody. Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah, I mean, I have. I've played against that deck many times. Funny enough, I don't see it very often anymore. I mean, you just sit there. I mean, I couldn't do anything. I literally could do nothing. Like, I just sat there and just died. Like, it's so bad. If this deck doesn't find Thoughtseize against those type of decks, it's just over. How does Rakdos beat it? You just gotta go turn 1, Thoughtseize, turn 2, Blood Tide, turn 3, Fable, turn 4, like Shealdred, and just keep going. That's the only way. It's the only possible way to defeat any deck, really, in this format. Like, unless they're like some sort of white weenie deck or something, your ass is literally the same as a hole in the ground. Like, you're just completely confused. You know, like, I mean, you gotta have Thoughtseize. Like, Thoughtseize is, like, I don't have Thoughtseize here, but I've got playable cards. I'm not sitting here on a whole bunch of random stuff. Looks like I'm gonna be able to Fatal Push that, I guess. So that's good. I think they have the same combo over on this side, right? With the Goblin tokens? I don't know. Now it's turn 3 Fable, hopefully. Stomp, stomp. Gotta take the 4 off this thing. I would assume. Just like Gruul Aggro or something? I don't know what's happening here. Bushwhacker. Yeah, why am I so good at predicting this shit? It's like absolutely insane. So this is now suddenly 9 damage. I guess we'll have to block here. Well, I'm just going to go for the clean sweep. I'll take 7, take 9 total regardless. Let me think here. If I block here, then... No, let's block here. Go to 12, go to 10. If I took the 7 here, I'd go to 9, then down to 7 off the... But I'd be able to clean a house here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play this. I'm going to take 6. So what would be better? This is taking 4, 6. Doing it that way would have been 9. So yeah, I guess this way's better. Hope to find a way to kill, you know, some stuff. Yeah, I think that's some pretty good discarding over here. Discard Bank Buster and Croxa. Draw more lands. I should have known better. Yeah, and then we're just gonna wait for their turn here. They draw a card. That's fine. The fuck is this? How? How can they find so much value? I'm so shocked here. I think I'm just dead, right? I kill that, I go to 10, stomp that. I go to 4 and just hope to God to survive. I mean, just what the fuck? How can they have the cards they have every time? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Still at 4. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they got first strike now. Graveyard Trespasser can maybe help me out. Maybe. This is transforming, so that does help me. We want to play this. Play Trespasser. Eat Bone Crusher. Go back up to 5. And hope I can draw a Fatal Push. So, first strike right now doesn't look great for the opponent. Hopefully I can stabilize here a little bit. I can still die here if they get this, right? Well, no, I block here, take 2, take 3. I go to 2. I don't know what backup is. Oh my god, what is that? When this creature enters battlefield, 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. Oh my god, I just lost to this fucking thing. So I need to find push right now. Now. So yeah, this thing just kills me. Plus this gains first strike and fucking trample. What the hell? How can people find cards like this? It's just fucked. It's just actually fucked, man. What the fuck, dude? That's bullshit. That's actual fucking bullshit. That these guys are able to find cards like that. It's pure, unadulterated, big piss bullshit. Just terrible garbage. Horrible shit. Putrid shit. It doesn't even make any fucking sense. How can they always find cards like that? I'm lucky to find a card that I can even fucking play. Like, they're just like, oh, here's the winner. Like, I mean, they found 2 goblin bushwhackers, like a fat fucking bitch. It's horrible, man. It's just absolutely horrible. It's just horrible. It's terrible. It's so fucking bad. It's shameful. I mean, I have to win this one to even get a participation prize. Absurd. I'm gonna shock here. All right, power would kill that. Go down to 15. All right. I'm ready with fatal pushes. I'll probably have to discard this Dreadbore. I think. We'll see. Probably lose this game even though I had so much removal. Right? I just won't be able to find a threat of my own. Opponent has stopped playing. That's good. Don't you like when the opponent just suddenly stops? They're just like, yeah, I'm good, bro. Yeah, they draw a card. They discard a Stomping Ground. Yeah. 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 I guess I'll hold on to Dreadbore. Oh my god. What's up, Alias? I mean, not too great. I mean, I'm really struggling here and there, you know. Trying to win 2 games in a row here to get a participation prize. You know how that goes. The fuck? Oh, they're stomping their own guy, so mine goes to the graveyard? Sure. Sure, what intelligent, thoughtful gameplay. And then they just play it. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. I can't seem to find a 4th land here, but I am killing every single card this guy plays. Like, literally every single card. I'm primed to discard this Ritual Suit. In hopes of being able to play a Sheoldred at some point. The top card of your library anytime you play lands and cast spells on top of your library. You can't play from your hand. Okay. That's a big if there. Big if. Get rid of our Tarkus command. Why would he get rid of our Tarkus command? I guess he can't cast spells from his hand, right? So I guess that's why. All right, we're going to discard Ritual Suit and try to find a land. It's probably going to be a Blackleaf Cliffs or a Den of the Bugbear or a Hive of the Eye Tyrant if I do find a land here. It's a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. It's just unbelievable. Oh, Haunted Ridge. Okay, there we go. Here we are. There's the Sheoldred for you. Now, they can kill this a many number of ways, I'm sure. They do have to do it from the top of their deck right now. He gets to put a land on the battlefield? Okay. Yes. Oh my god, a rampaging Ferocidon out of fucking nowhere? Alright, well, I gotta find more removal here. I can't gain life. That is horrible. I can't gain life with this thing. But, you know, I can still find removal with this Bank Buster, potentially. I mean, I can just try and sit here and block the rest of the damn day, too. I can't swing. I just can't. No, this is post board. I mean, he's ran out of... He can't cast spells from hand. He can cast them from the top, though, so he's got a ton of mana. 3 damage, can put in... Oh, he can put reach. I might have to turn my upkeep on, just in case I find removal. It's got menace, so I can't even block it. So I think I just lost. I'm at 1. Okay. Let's draw a card. It's Kroxa. Well, I lose no matter what I do. I have to find removal because Kroxa, even if I escape it, I'm at 1. So, and he's got a Den of the Bugbear too. So I don't even know if I can win this. Period. I mean, I don't think I can. I just have to draw a card here and pray it's some kind of removal. Probably a land. The Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which still is not enough to win here. Yeah, I lose. I can't believe this shit, man. Motherfucker, dude. I lose to just what feels like trash sometimes. Like, just... I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. There's nothing I can do here. The Rampaging Ferocidon was the greatest card I've ever seen. I'm just so frustrated all the time. I'm just so frustrated every day of my life that I gotta play Magic the Gathering. What am I supposed to do here? There's absolutely nothing I can do here. The only shot I think I actually may have had was to try and do, like... It's just because they have an extra attacker. They have done the Bugbear too, so that's just super dead. Yeah, I mean, just completely dead. I mean, I'm so fucking tired of this fucking shit, motherfuckers. Just fuck. Absolute fucking garbage. I mean, what would have been a better play? If I would have done Kroxa, then escape Kroxa. Maybe they have 2 lands in hand. They would have gone to 6. Swing. They would have to block. They go, yeah, it still doesn't work. It still doesn't work. What I'm supposed to do is just stop playing fucking Modern. I mean, stop playing Magic, period. I mean, it is horrible, man. It's just absolutely horrible. I don't even know what that was. Just Gruul, Aggro, Gruul, go fuck yourself. Go lay down in a fucking grave. That's where you fucking belong, you piece of fucking dog shit. Why haven't you died yet? That's what people always ask me. Why are you still alive? Why are you still here? Haven't you given up yet? Don't you realize you're a pathetic, worthless sack of fucking shit that shouldn't be fucking playing Magic? That's what people need to be. That's what people ask me all the time, and I give them the answer that I'm just pathetic. That's what I tell them. I'm stupid as fuck. That's what I tell them. I'm stupid as hell. I'm pathetic and I'm useless. I can't fucking win anything to save my fucking life when it comes to Magic. Doesn't make any sense. I didn't play anything wrong there. I did everything I could. I did everything I could today, and it just didn't matter. Every time. Every fucking time someone had the right answer. Every time. I just get so tired of it. It's just, I don't understand. Like, it's just nobody else struggles like I do. I just don't see it. I just try so hard, and it just doesn't matter. Oh well, who cares? It just doesn't matter. So anyways, guys, it's gonna do it for me. Another horrible day. You know, tomorrow I'll go to an RCQ and I'll get my ass fucking beat. You know, I'll have guys make fun of me again, like they always do. I guess I was 1-3 today. I felt like 1-4, but 1-3. Man, well, I don't really care, Alias. I mean, it's just, you know, people say that shit to me all the fucking time. Well, you know, it happens to all of us. No, it doesn't. It does not happen to people as much as it happens to me. Okay? All right? Like, you want to know my record this week? 1-4, 1-4, 4-1, 1-4. Does that sound like, you know, pretty even? No, it doesn't. Now, I'm playing the best I can. Do I make mistakes? Fuck yeah, I do. But I don't deserve the beatings I take like I do. I just don't. I lose to this guy because game 2 or game 1, he has the perfect card to show up. Like, literally the only card I think that could have won him the game like that. Well, I guess he could have had Artarka's command. He had other ways. But if that was me, I would have top decked the land and died. Or I would have been unable to come back and win. Okay? Game 2, he somehow finds Rampaging Ferocidon. Like, and I never find a way to remove it. With as much removal as I fucking have? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? I couldn't find anything. I could have found a great play there. I could have drawn into a fatal push, cast the Kroxa, have it go into the graveyard, revolt push the Rampaging Ferocidon. Amazing things could have happened. But I still would have lost because the Ferocidon had done so much fucking damage already. I guess I would have died anyways because the Kroxa would have triggered the Ferocidon. There was no way to win. And I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of just coming in here every day, optimistic, thinking that I might be able to do something better, something, you know, show some rewards for my fucking efforts, and I get fucking nothing every time. I get these 1-4 records almost daily, no matter what format, no matter what I play. It's just, I spend so much time practicing. That's not even what you guys see. Like, every spare time I have at work, I'm constantly writing down notes, I'm reading articles, and I just get nothing. I get nothing. People tell me all these fucking advice, and it never works. Now I'll go to the RCQ tomorrow and I'll get my ass beat. Get my ass beat fucking again. So tired of feeling like trash. I literally don't even know what to do. Like, it can't be this list. There's nothing wrong with this list. What's the flaw in it? There is no flaw. I mean, maybe I can have one Rekner Binkbuster and one Unlicensed Hearse. It's the only thing I can think of that makes, like, relative sense. They're putting a one Duress in the main, but then I got to take out, like, another threat, which I'd go down to, what, 15? Which in some matchups, you have to side out a whole bunch of shit. It doesn't matter. Obviously, I'm playing this in the RCQ. It's the only deck I own in Pioneer. Right? I'm not made of money. I can't be buying decks all the time, too. That's why I don't ever change decks. So I'm still playing some of the decks I still play, because I don't have the expendable income. You know? I mean, it's just... It's so frustrating. You know, you see these fucking losers playing all these decks, and you ask them what they do for a living, and they say they live with their fucking mom. It's like, dude... What have I done wrong with my life? You know, I mean, I don't get it. Anyways, guys, it's going to do it for me. It's another horrific beatings. Just horrific beatings today. I did manage to beat Lotus Field. That was cool. Against Blue-White Control, I mean, I haven't beaten a control deck literally since April 12th was the last time I defeated a control deck. And I've played like 7 control decks since then. Domo Creativity beat me. I literally had 15 lands. Like 15 of 25 lands were out. Like, what? And then against that Gruul Aggro deck, I mean, no one could beat that guy. Like, there's just nothing. What? How could you beat him? Like, he had every card, like, possible. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. Like, it just doesn't make sense. He doesn't draw extra cards hardly at all. Fuck, man. Horrible beatings. Just horrible, horrible beatings. I'm just fucking idiot, man. Playing this shit. Just not... You know, how many times can you hit yourself in the face with a hammer and think that things are going to be okay? You know, that's what I do every day. And just smash myself in the face with a hammer. Alright, guys. So if you watch this on Twitch, please consider following. You watch this on YouTube, please consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up. I don't know why anybody watches any of this shit. It's so fucking bad. You know, I mean, just, you got people out there that are so good and they win all the time. Why would you ever watch this shit? It's just, I can't even watch it myself. It's that fucking bad. I watch it myself sometimes and you just can't believe what you're looking at. And you can follow me on Twitter too. I don't know why you'd want to do that. I mean, there's just, Twitter's like just stupid. I plan on being back at 4 p.m. Pacific time on Monday, which will be the first day of May 1st. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all. And it was a long one. Played 4 matches. They all took forever, of course. I mean, each one took half an hour. One took 45 minutes. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Let's do some shoutouts here. Alias, ESC, Bad Luck Jr., the MTG bot, and the Nightbot for keeping me company. Thanks so much. Everyone be safe out there. Eat some good food, drink some good beverages, and spend time with your loved ones. You know, that's all is, you know, like I say every time. I say all the time. I have a really good life. I do. Except for Magic the Gathering. It has been just a horrific black cloud that has been over my head for decades. For decades. And I cannot escape this thing. If I quit Magic, which I tried to at one point, I felt terrible. I felt like I had ran away, like I was too cowardly to play anyone anymore. I was that beneath everyone that I couldn't even hang with them. And then when I play, it just reinforces that, where I don't belong here. I need to be just my only thing in life that should be a hobby is watching like sports on TV. I don't really want to do that all the time. I don't know. I just don't know. But like I always say too, I'm pathetic and I'm asking for hell. So I'll be here on Monday taking more beatings, taking more, just shots to the groin. And, I'll get back off the ground and I'll prepare myself for more beatings. That's all I've ever known how to do. Just keep taking these beatings continuously. Eventually, your nuts just harden up to the point where you're just used to taking it, I would assume. And yes, it is true. I have gotten more used to the beatings as the years and years have rolled by. But it's just still always so painful just to lose to just random stuff when you're supposed to be playing a deck that's supposed to be really consistent and good. And I can't. I don't know what to do. And so anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And I hope to see you all here on Monday. That's when I'll be back. All right. Everybody. Peace.